Another day in the Matrix. Oppenham's Forest. Let's see what we got here. Right that there. Finally rained today. Who'd have thought, man? It's the small stuff in life. It always will be, you know? That's how life works, man. Yeah, it feels great out here. Trying to fix this gimbal. Make nimble. Just out here vibing, man. Hopefully it rains extensively while I'm here. Go ahead, run. Come on, run. Be dogs, go be dogs. Good job, man. It's a hard life. Hard life being a dog, right? You gotta play and eat. Sounds like being a kid, really, I mean. Then there's nothing wrong with being a kid. Except for adults. That's the hard part. But yeah, we're out here whopping. This is why I go to escape. The jungle of concrete. The jungle of concrete. It is like a circus. Like a jungle circus, you know? Now that it's rained out here, it feels completely different. On so many levels. Totally different. Hopefully it rains monsoon-like out here for hours. Just dance around in it. And that's what happens when you don't get rain for, man. Hey, yo, mate. Bro, she's out there. Just adjusting this. It seems extra shaky. That's because it is. Yeah, getting the gimbal right's probably as powerful as anything. You know, whatever's behind the gimbal, man. You see over there. Hey, yo, mate. Yeah, she ran off, you know, and it's becoming the reoccurring theme. But anyway, it's a good vibe out here. I'm fully prepared for massive amounts of rain. We're going to test the iPhone's durability in water, submersion to an extent. You know, who really actually tries that? Like, who goes underwater with their phone? I know I don't. I mean, I've done some things with the phone that have made it uncomfortably wet. But it's made out of titanium, so we're going to see what the rain does to it. We're going to see. Yeah, nice of you to join us. All right. Wop sauce. Golf ball. Yeah, but the leaves are changing. It's beautiful. I mean, it really is. It's captivating. Happens every year. If you blink, you'll miss it. I was out dancing in the rain a minute ago. I thought, man, might as well go into the woods. do some whopping, some exploring. And that's what we're doing out here. We're just exploring. Trying to figure out what makes the woods tick, you know? It's easy to forget how peaceful. It's like a melancholy out here that's I've made videos in the past of this. I don't know what that is. Somebody said it's a part of a train. I could see that, you know. But if not, you know, man, that is a hunk of cast iron that you couldn't lift. Yeah, you couldn't lift that. You wouldn't want to. Wappingham. Oh, Wappingham. Oh. Yeah, I feel better. And if I don't do that from time to time, I'm not doing myself a bit of good. Not at all. Hey, yo, May, come over here, May. Let's check this out. Yeah, the vibe out here is once a year, bro. Like, if you don't enjoy this for the time being, then you'll lose the opportunity. And it's been so hot. Like, bruh, unbelievably hot that this is. And this is where we come. I've been coming out here frequenting this place for a while. I don't ever get old with it. That never gets until I fall down the hill. Then I'm reminded that, yeah. One can only assume that this is a storm drain. But the imaginative mind would love it for it to be a haunted storm drain, right? Yeah. Swimming and drinking at the same time, it's a skill all on its own. Don't try that at home. You might die. Let's see. Man. We still got our own little islands out here, don't we? What's up, bro? Like I was saying earlier, my hope is that it rains so hard out here within the next several minutes, continuously. I mean, a torrential downpour for hours on end. Ecstatic is not the word for what I will be. So I've got to cross this without getting my shoes wet. You look at that, it's a stick right there. Man, I get soaked going over there, so I gotta do some extra whopping here, don't I? The Soggy Bottom boys. Yeah, this is Wappingham's forest. I'm just, you know, I'm elated. It has finally rained. Literally, we have been in a drought for 4 months. No one's mowing grass, you know? None of those things. which is probably the best part about it, you know? Who the hell wants to do that? Yeah, you learn a lot out here, man. A lot of good energy. Truly, I should go in there. Maybe a poltergeist, though. I gotta bring my holy water. I forgot to today. Let's see. I guess I technically could baptize some of the river water. Keep it in my hand. Christen the entrance. Man. Yeah, the air is still heavy enough to be humid, too humid, right? That's how I know it's gonna rain again. Whew, man. It's been a long couple days, man. I don't think I've slept. I really don't. You know, at that point, life becomes somewhat like a dream. To be an insomniac is to be close to insanity, I'd say. Because you really don't know what is or is not said dream. And there's a difference between being a night owl and an insomniac, for sure. I would say that you almost have a higher IQ if you're a night owl, because it's very conformity driven, conformity based. To not be up at night. It's almost like they've created, and they have, and on certain levels, they've created a construct for us to specifically be asleep at night because we have to get up in the morning. That indoctrination takes place when we're in first grade. And you wouldn't see it. You wouldn't notice it. Hey, yo, May. Yeah, she's feral for real. And I'd rather be feral than sterile. And I'd rather that from my dogs too. This one behind me, this Rottweiler, he's he's still got his mojo. And I would never take that from him. What you doing, man? I would never take his mojo from him. This tree, it intrigues me every time I go past it. I can't help myself but think, I want, Keebler to live in there somewhere. Something to live within that crevice. This is beautiful, man. Rain on me. Let's go over here. Over here. Yeah. Bop sauce. Rain on me as I sing this song. We ain't had no rain. It seems like it's been so long. Why is there no rain? It makes me insane. Someone just release the rain, rain on me. You know, it just came to mind. It felt good. And I've been trying to sing the rain into existence for months. Rain dancing and chanting. Put myself in a trance too many times. I almost didn't come out of it, I'll tell you that. Almost didn't come out of it, my friends. Staring at the moon 3 a.m, but my fist, waving my fist at it, you know, cursing. Because I know it controls the rain. It has to. It controls water, I mean. This would all make sense. But what do I know? You know? What do I know? Onward. Look at you listening. Bro, you're getting a big old bone later. Yeah, the rain's coming. I can just sense it. Stuff like this is really cool because, like, I don't know where that came from, but it's definitely chilling there on the side of this little bed. And this just shows you how much of a drought we've actually had. The water is capable of getting further than where I'm at. It's incredible. Like, you don't even realize, bruh, how much you miss a breeze. Like a fall day breeze until there's 4 months of 100-degree weather and no rain. It's unbelievable. It reminds me of these people, these aborigines rather, that just live off the land and they don't have modern technology whatsoever. They're probably the happiest people by far. You would think. See, that's a good moment right there. Those vines, killing it, bro. Tarzan-esque, baby. Look at this tree. What is that color scheme? What is that, bruh? You see it? Hey, yo, May. Yeah, I needed to come out here, bruh. I feel poisoned by the city. I mean, for real. Like, the cars, the hustle and bustle, the attitude, just the overall energy of that concrete jungle it's a derivative of enslavement. Out here, bruh, I'm nothing. You know what I mean? I don't have to abide. I don't have to obey. That's what got me a long time ago. I realized there were unwritten rules on this earth, and those are the ones that we need to adhere to. You know, they've written down all these rules and laws, and it's like, bruh, why can't we just get along? Is that not enough? Oh, no, you gotta do this. Oh, fuck, man. You know? Like, it's a law that your kid has to go to school. Like, they will put your parents in jail if you don't have some type of schooling for your kid. But what if you don't have your child in a hospital? Furthermore, women are actually supposed to have children in water, standing up. Like, having babies in the ocean is best for that child. It sounds crazy, but could you imagine being in a dark canal of some type of plasmic goop and then being pulled out, opening your eyes for the first time to artificial light around a bunch of strangers, into open air that's probably polluted by their own bioorganisms that are seeping out of them. I mean, really, you got to think about the truth, man, about the Matrix. Bro, it's so cut and dry. So that kid that was born in the ocean, how would they even know? See, that kid wouldn't have to have a social security number, right? Or wouldn't have to. I mean, if that kid could live off the grid, right, and just be a kid, because it was born in the ocean, because his mother was smart, or a witch, either one. Could you imagine? That's incredible. You know, when you go to get your ID, it's like, wow, you gotta let them flash a light into your mind. You know, so you can get a job, you can be identified. And I used to think this was, hey, yo, mate, come here. I used to think this was for our benefit. Like, man, we got to separate ourselves from them that are coming over. Nah, bruh. It's another form of control. 100%. All it is control. That's all it'll ever be. And that's not sarcasm. What do you think, bruh? Somebody drop a like for freedom of speech. Because we have it right now. You know. How much longer will we have it? I'd say is the real question. The AI already has the ability to pinpoint our every word. Every word. And then thereafter to know where your intentions are based off of the verbification of your word. Anyway, come back down to earth for a little while. It's nice out here, you know. So what was the topic that got you to ask me that question, Ian? Which topic? I've bounced around a lot. Me and being born in the ocean. I am a magic mushroom, by the way. Literally. Look at that tree. It looks like it's got some type of shedding bark. Why does it have to be drug-induced to have an open-minded forum? Why does it always have to be from a foreign substance? Why can't you just vibe out normally, right, Ian? You know? In a lot of ways, it's dismissive to begin a conversation with, are you thinking this way? Because, oh, okay, well, once again, it doesn't take mushrooms or the Shazinski, old Mary Jane, to get you right. This is how you are normally. You just got to be confident in what you're saying, Ian. I'm not gonna lie, I'll roast a bone right now, as a matter of fact. But the reality is, this is me. You know, this is me no matter what. You just got to be yourself, bruh. That's the problem with always being on something, whether it's, doesn't matter what it is. You don't actually know who you are. Liquid courage, man. That's why they call beer a liquor. If you've ever been to a bar at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, bruh, it's a war zone, bruh. It doesn't even matter where you're at. Hey, Natalie. How you doing, Natalie? This is not to say, Natalie, that I don't love Mary Jane. That's a great woman, all right? For real, she'll never let me down. I remember the guy from from White Stripes. The guy from White Stripes. Mongosen. Well, thank you. You know, stick around. You know, the guy from White Stripes that created the song, do, 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 do. I wanna, right? Yeah, that guy. He said, you know, he said the Beatles were on drugs when they created their music. The Yellow Submarine or whatever, right? So the music didn't count. And I always thought that was the most preposterous thing that he could say. Or anyone to say, man, do you not realize the musicians from the Renaissance era and the classic era, they were all on drugs, man. That's right. Yeah, alcohol. Let's dive deep into this right now. All right. You might want to put your recorders on. This is heavy. Here's the reality. Alcohol is essentially called spirits, right? To begin with. So what we're doing is we're taking fermented water. You're taking water and these natural elements and you're putting them in wood, which is another spirit. And then you're aging it. So when you drink alcohol, you're drinking literal spirits. And it's this incredible delirium that takes place. See, these old occult books, the Gold Dawn series, you can look that up, right? The old Gold Dawn series of occultism. It essentially all started in the 1700s, no matter what anyone tells you, the modern day occult. And in their very books, their initiation books, hey, yo, May, you cannot drink alcohol. Hey, yo, May, you will lose your position. It doesn't matter how high up you are in the ranks for these occults. Well, yeah, those opium dens you're talking about, they're called Suboxone clinics now, methadone clinics. But let's dive deep into who created the opium dens. All right, the Crown of England. All right, they wanted a tea recipe. Now, I don't know everything, but I'm somewhat of a historian because if you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it, right? They were trading silver with, Britain, New England was trading silver with China for their old tea recipe, this ancient herbal recipe, no joke. And China changed the deal and said, look, we need pure silver. We need silver that's more pure. And at this time, they had depleted, hey, yo, May, come here, come over here. They had depleted the Crown's silver supply, right? So what did England do? They created opium dens, right? And essentially got the underground of China hooked on drugs. So where they would trade England for opium, for the tea, right? And this is how they won over Hong Kong. I'm pretty sure it's Hong Kong that has that border dispute with China. They don't want to become a part of mainland China. Well, the reason that they were a colony of New England, just Hong Kong, was because China created such a debt from this opium addiction. They had to give Britain Hong Kong for 100 years. So in the original paperwork, it said 99 years, Britain can have Hong Kong. And back then, 99 years was an eternity, right? But in 1992, I think, 94, that 99 years was up. And that's why you've got a border dispute right now in Hong Kong, because it's crazy, isn't it? They won't explain that to you, though. This tree right here, we have found so many different things in. And I don't know what lives inside of it. I'm not going to look up into it, right? But one of the videos on the channel, there are orbs, O-R-B-S, up in this tree. It's incredible. You looked it up, didn't you, Ian? The Opium Wars. That's exactly right, buddy. That far back. You got to feel bad for Hong Kong, man, because they are modernized, man. They're not. There's more English ties in Hong Kong than you would ever imagine. It reminds me of Gandhi because, like, and I know I'm jumping around. India didn't gain their independence from England until 1947 because of Gandhi. True story. And here's the train. That's unneeded, man. That sound, that screech, man. That is so loud, bruh. I can't even think straight. Imagine. Yeah, that's right, Natalie. Or the trees, or all the birds, all the life around it. And what's inside of that train is a substance that we don't need anymore. We don't need to produce coal anymore. The reality is they want to tell you that electrical cars are good for you because it's not gasoline. But to produce electricity, you have to have coal. So they've got us by the balls with the petroleum dollar. It's pretty messed up, man. Anyway, we're gonna try to enjoy this hike. Yeah, for real, David, for real. Yeah, they're killing us. That's not sarcasm. I wish it was. But you got to look up the Georgia Guidestones. You have to look up the Georgia Guidestones on Thunder Mountain that were destroyed. They were put there by a billionaire in the 70s, maybe the 80s, I think it was. But these Georgia Guidestones, bro, charcoal has nothing to do with your barbecue. Let's not drop the IQ in here. Go get you some wood pellets and stop being a soy boy, Ian. But anyway, the Georgia Guidestones, the reality is, it said specifically in 7 different languages. You can look this up. 7 different languages, right? They have to thin out the population once it reaches 7-8 billion, right? And they put this in a monument in Georgia at a place called Thunder Mountain. Thunder Mountain is where more slaves were hung, more slaves were killed there than anywhere else in the country. All right, true story. Yeah, I feel great out here, you know. But you look up those Guidestones, and it'll tell you that they have to reduce the world population to 500 million for us to sustain going into the future, okay? And that's 12 out of 13 people. True story, man. This stuff is all around us symbolically. They've already told us the truth. They've released their karma already. It's unbelievable, man. However, yet still believable, right? This is kind of the halfway point. Well, look, you could fit every human being in the smallest state in our country, which would be Rhode Island. You could fit every human being on this planet comfortably with a piece of property in Rhode Island. And that's the truth. So it's not about the argument of population control is not about the lack of resources. I refuse to believe that. It's the consumption rate. But they're going to replace us with robots, whether we want to believe that or not. And that's why you got to get out in nature immediately, so you have that memory for the next life. You don't want to go into the next world, you know, with no powers from your last your last journey, you know. Yeah, the farmers. My uncle, he never would have thought his life dream was to be a farmer. He moved and created his own, and he was going to these farmer conventions. And he said, man, these guys have been pushed out because they can't keep their own seeds going. Everything's auto-fem, right? And it's unfortunate, but weather control, big agro, and the limitations on being able to grow your own food. It's coming, man. You know? Yeah, I would say, look, there was this woman. As for reincarnation, look, there was this very powerful woman. She was a channeler for the Third Reich. A lot of people say that this woman is how they gained that technology. I think they were exchanging human beings for technology, but that's neither here nor there. This woman, I don't remember her name, was the most powerful channeler in the world, right? And she said in her book, all right, she said in her book that what she believed, what she saw in her mind's eye was that there are different phases that we have to, it's like an entanglement. So you may be born as a rock, and then you may be born as a tree, and then you may be born as a dog, and then you are a human, and that's the last phase. That human phase is the last one before you get to transcend and turn into an energy source. Now, this seems far-fetched, but this woman, and I've got a picture. Ugh. Yeah, it's officially a journey. I've got a picture of her in my mind, and she looks exactly like you would think the channeler for the Third Reich would look like. You know what I mean? Anyway. They have, yeah, the dairy farming and all that. Bruh. Food should be free. And that's not sarcasm. Could you imagine? We didn't choose to be born. Right? We literally work for a piece of paper that we give someone for food and shelter. That's slavery, bruh. I don't know how they've tricked everyone into it. It bothers me. It's always bothered me. But this is Wappingham's Forest. On a better note, we're 40 minutes in to the live stream, and that's what this is. Figuratively and literally, a live stream. Yes. And I would say overnight, this will be gone. I came out here to enjoy the rain. I'm not going to lie. And it hasn't rained. But that's why I'm here. And I appreciate you all joining me. because if we want to invoke world peace, we have to do it as a whole. I couldn't imagine having a platform, like a huge platform, you know, and not desperately trying to invoke world peace, seeing as 3/4 of the world has a cell phone right now, I'd say. You know, once they got to India, it was like, man, everybody's got a phone now, baby. You know, we can communicate with people, they might not even have electricity, but they'll probably have a cell phone. For real. It doesn't sound right in your mind, but it is. That's exactly right, Ian. And that's exactly right, Natalie. The worst part about it is that they have taken the individual and casted doubt. That's the problem. Self-hatred is the worst form of black magic that has ever been created, okay? 100%. It sounds too simple. It's like, what? Well, up there with lying, it's all the same thing. You can lie to people when they're young. They'll never be who they should be. It's this incredible thing, man. It's the placebo effect. All right? Yeah, the cell phones, I'm a hypocrite with having this phone in my hand. I am. I'm no different from anyone. And I'm okay with that because, like I said, I believe that the reincarnation into the next world depends upon your actions in some format. Okay, you have to give it credence. Right? This very well may be essentially a test. I'm a hypocrite because I've got this cell phone out here, Natalie. 100%. All right. I'm bringing light to the situation, and by that I mean I'm trying to spread a good message and knowledge. All right, but the amount of radiation emitted from these phones, man, when do you actually get to escape it? I mean, it's a good question. When do you actually just take a full day and just not get on your phone? You're a robot, bruh. Why are you so close to me? Robot. Yeah, we're gonna wait for the rain out here no matter what. Ian, your trolling is not terrible. I'm not mad at it. Trying to hook me and Natalie up. I'm all for it, all right? Estelle sounds like a good last name. Well, I don't think we realize that what actually happens when you create a habit in your life. It's like a program within your mind. Is really what that is, okay? It only takes a few weeks, a month, to have some type of projection within your mind always be there. It's like a forever projection. If you watch a movie every day, your whole life, you'll never have your own thoughts. And that's all of us. The Berkshires. This is Wappingham's forest, and not so much the Berkshire, but I'm sure close enough. Yeah, come down here. Yeah, yeah. Pop sauce. Hey, yo, Ookie. Ooh. Good job, bro. Yeah, we're just out here whopping. You know, feeling good, looking good. It's all the same thing, man. It's no different. All the same thing. All right, we're not going that way. Let's go over here. Come on. Wingman of the year. You two, man, you two don't know each other. Ian, you're funny. Come on, go. Yeah. Go ahead. Got you. All right. We don't know if Natalie's real. We don't know if anything's real. It's online. It could all be chatbot GBT, GBTSQ, you know. I could be a simulation. You guys don't know. I need to figure out how to get 4K out here while I'm doing this. I know the graphics could be better, and I've tried. It just, YouTube kind of makes it strenuous to do that. Brout. Like, yo, you couldn't pay me to drink Coca-Cola. For real. You couldn't do it. I'm gonna recycle this, put this in it. Try to help nature, you know what I mean? Not be so polluted. Someone drop a like for not polluting nature, you know? That 0 right there indicates a lack of likes. And that's the genius method of chat GPT. It's like, it doesn't get off on that, you know? That's not what makes it appealing for the viewer. Bro, for real. That's funny, Ian. I'm happy you're here. Because look, sarcasm will save us from annihilation. I'm pretty sure robots, even if they program them to have humor, I don't know if they can empathize, you know, within the realm of the moment, you know, if that emotion of humor would even be there. But I may be a mandroid. Yeah. Good God, Ian. That's scary, isn't it? That's exactly right. You better say some stuff like that. Keep going ham. Ian, you say whatever you want, all right? You say whatever you want. That's what makes you you. But listen to me. I want you to know this. I'm going to give you a diamond that you can put in your pocket. Never say something to somebody online that you wouldn't say to their face. Okay? The best piece of advice I can give you. All right? If you can't go up to them, right, and convey that message the same way that you're typing it, don't type it. True story. And this is cool. This is a good moment because it's like the difference in the trees, you know? And these are all the same trees, but then you look through that, it's like, bro, that whole thing is hollow. That entire tree up in there is not even, you know, the density level. Yeah. Just out here whopping. I'm just saying, if you stay true to yourself, Ian, bruh, it's like a glowing light. We are all geniuses, every one of us, in something. There is something in every human being that makes them a genius in some format. It could be music, humor, physicality, mathematics, anything. You know? You just got to figure it out, bruh. That's the hardest part about it. No one can do it for you. Man, it feels good out here. I still wish it was raining. Not gonna lie. Imagine how old this tree actually is. Like if you look at the rain rings, I would say probably like 80. Maybe 100. Nature is beautiful when the leaves are changing. It is, isn't it? Well, Ian, we have to keep comedy alive. Look, our form of speech in America is brilliant. We have this language that stems from Latin and Greek and just Germanic. And, bruh, it's the hardest language to learn. And you would think it'd be Mandarin. If you've ever tried to speak, you know, one of the Asian languages. Bro, that bird is huge. What the fuck? Bruh, I hope you all can see this bird. Listen, I'm gonna go straight to it. Bruh. Don't move. Don't move. I thought it was an owl for a second. I'm not even gonna lie. You see him? See him right there. Bruh. Hold on a second. Put this, my joint just messed up. Listen, there's a bird in front of me that is so large, bruh. It's prehistoric, for real. I don't think that's a turkey vulture, bruh. I think that's a hawk. But we're gonna find out. Hold on a second here. He's right up there. And as soon as he leaves, you're gonna see him flap his wings, bruh. And that's what I saw. It had to be like a 6-foot wingspan, 7 foot. Yeah. Look at that. Look, bruh. Can't see him now. Hold on. Where's he going? He's circling around. He's up there now. See, he changed positions on me. Bruh. Can't either. I'm gonna stop. I'm done. Bruh. Huge bird. I'm a bird watcher. I'm a bird watcher. No diddy. All right. Someone drop a like for, you know what I mean, just being out here, man. You too can find a place somewhere around you like this. It's there. The concrete jungle hasn't taken every cubit yet. That's what they want to do. Yeah, that bird was enormous, bruh. Beautiful when I'm changing. Ian, you're getting weird. See, there's a line between sarcasm and, you know, and weirdom, you know? I mean, I know I'm being watched in my house by nanotechnology and satellites that can you know, traverse the walls. I know this, but don't remind me of it, you know? I think, you know, the reality is this. I was in New York. I was in Times Square. Hey, yo, come on. Hey, you dogs. I was in Times Square at a place called the Coyote Ugly. And man, this is where the women dance on the, come on. This is where the women dance on the bar, right? And there was these Canadian girls in there. And they came from Canada specifically because the guys wouldn't have sex with them. Now, Natalie, is this true? Are the men in Canada that feminine? I did go there because I remember what they were telling me. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? A similar job in Alberta. What was the job in Alberta? I'm saying that women came to America. Women from Canada would come to America to find men. They would have to travel that far to actually find a man. And I always thought that was preposterous. I thought, no, she's just being dramatic. So, you know, you're from Canada or something like that, right? What do you think about that? See, I might have discombobulated the bot. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I may have abort, fembot explosion. That's what I just did. And you got to remember, life experience is more powerful than anything you're going to experience on a cell phone. In a movie, your life is a movie, but you have to direct it, you know? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's awesome that you used to dance on a bar, you know? That's awesome. It's incredible. Bar dancing. Yeah, that was the original Coyote Ugly there in Times Square. Does anyone remember the fembot from Austin Powers? Because that's what I'm talking about. That's what I was talking about. Uh-oh, they've held a message for review. Uh-oh, somebody's offended. Now, that's why it gives me the choice to give the option that this is not made for kids. You know, it makes me choose that. Because if this was for kids, and I could make this for kids and just be real nice and puff the magic dragon out loud. But no one could comment. You cannot comment on kids' videos. True story. Go ahead, bud. But yeah, man, we're an hour into the stream, and hopefully it rains out here. I am balancing on a vine or a root Yeah. Second root balanced. Wop sauce. Wop the magic wop sauce. Live by yourself. Let's see here. Yeah, to be a wizard, man, you got to figure out the isolation. It would be banned. Yeah, that's... Look, look, this is a show. What this is me, right? I couldn't be this continuously, this enthusiastic, eccentric, forward-thinking douchebag of a YouTuber if it wasn't me, okay? That's the truth. Now, in life, we all have 3 masks. All right, we all have 3. 1, the mask we wear around our loved ones, our family, our friends, right? The second mask, that's the one we wear when we leave the house. And we have to be around strangers, right? But then there's that third mask, right? That nobody sees. All right? There's that third mask that no one sees. If you can figure out how to have a combination of the 3, you will have the world at your fingertips. And that's the truth, because it's not about having a mask that no one can see, because that means you got something to hide that needs to be brought to the light. It's not about hiding behind a mask. It's about couth. Now, a lot of people, man, I'm telling you, people don't know what that word means. It's like a bedside manner, right? But anyway, I'm out here whopping, and that looks like coal. It may not be. It looks like coal. It really does. It's very light. Can anyone tell me what this actually is without looking it up? All right? But it looks like coal. Do you want this? Here. Let's not start barking, okay? Just chill. It's gonna be all right. Look over there. Yeah. Wop sauce. Well, that's right. Tact. All those things, man. That's what we're missing, bruh. That's what we're missing. Tact. I'm gonna tell you right now. They've done studies for a long time that proved that if you actually want to know somebody, you have to leave them alone. To truly know yourself, you have to be alone for an extended period. We never actually get to do that. It's this wild thing. You gotta almost force it. And now that the cell phones are implemented, they're not gonna let people be alone. You'll always interact with something having to do with that device forever. The interaction will always be. It's pretty wild when you think about it. What is the difference? Oh, look. I don't agree with the way that we've kind of we've made words almost as if words themselves have so much merit now that in this wild way, it's insults are no longer petty, right? Insults are this incredible thing that just people, man. What's up, man? How you doing? Good. But yeah, that's the reality. You know, you gotta feel the vibe, man. That's all there is. Oh, sauce. Chia. Chia, chia. All right. Still waiting for the rain, baby. We're out here. Old dude was fishing over there. I wouldn't eat those fish, boy, I tell you. Wouldn't touch them. Yeah, it's not about looking bad. Man, that's the importance of feeling good in your birthday suit. If you can't just be naked, for example, and feel comfortable in front of not even a mirror, but just comfortable, right? Then you're asleep at the wheel. True story. You know? I'd say that's the original evil that was broadcasted on us, to start covering our bodies and feeling ashamed of them. Or if you look at the Bible, man. It's like a doorway or something. Look at the Bible, right? For example, supposedly when God came back looking for Adam, once Eve had been with some type of lizard man, right? Adam was hiding. God couldn't find Adam, right? And when he found Adam, Adam had created an apron to cover his Johnson. What does that tell you? I mean, let's think of this truth for a moment. Is it not ungodly to feel so uncomfortable with nakedness? I mean, that's how we came out of the canal. You know what I'm saying? Well, Ian, I didn't know that. But yeah, Natalie, that's what makes these people movie stars or music stars. Is they're comfortable singing. Look at this. See, that's the beauty of it. Those people become stars so early because they're already comfortable. And people in show business are tough. They really are. And that's really cool. And that just shows you, like, Like, who created wood, bruh? It's like a hair follicle. You know what I mean? If we were on a giant's back, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's extra vibage out here. And if you really look at the extra vibage, it's extra. You know, I want it to rain. I might just go live until it does. Battery's gonna die. I'm gonna be hungry. It's gonna be dark. You know, someone told me today earlier, they were like, man, did you hear about the storm that's coming? Did you hear? Man, there's a hurricane coming from the Southern Gulf. And it's going to dissipate, but it's going to hit us. And that reminds me that the Rothschilds own the Weather Channel. You know, for what that's worth. Now, I want to believe that this box is here to feed something. However, my childlike nature will not allow that. That's spyware. 100%. Now that's fun. This is officially a journey. A jolly journey. That's what we'll call this. Laughter. What was that? Yo, what was that? Bruh, I got that on camera. Yo, somebody, man, I just saw something run through the grass. Yo, whatever that was upright. I got that on camera, broski. Yo, not even lying. I got Hawkeye vision. If somebody wants, literally, if somebody wants to go back, yo, and just see what I just saw, it might not. This is why I need 4K out here, bruh. I'm seeing in like 1800K with my eyes. You know what I mean? Oh shit. Sorry. Excuse me. Yo, it was not a rabbit. It was not a rabbit. Almost just got hit by a mountain biker. Imagine dying that way. At the funeral, at the wake, be like, he was a good man, but he couldn't dodge a mountain bike. We are deep under this trail, and this is beautiful, all right? But the further you get out here, the more you have to realize that you have to get back, okay? And this reminds me of a time when I was in the Pocono Mountains in this boot camp as a kid, because I was a dick. Anyway, we had to go 20 miles in a day through these mountains to get back to the camp. And there was 20 or 30 of us. A lot of these kids were from the inner city, and they weren't used to hiking like that. So it was a lethargic hike, to say the least. And the guy that was directing the ship was like, look, guys, we're not going to make it back. Flat out. We're not going to make it back before dark. And we have to. So we had to cut across a frozen river. And it may have been, it seemed much larger. It may have actually been something different. Just the largest river you ever saw. Excuse me. How you doing? And it may have been. Hey, May, come here. Come here, May. May. Hey, Sadie, just come over here. It's going to be all right. I know you got 4 legs. That's rough. Rough. But we're on this frozen river. We're on this frozen river, right? And this is the truth. I mean, it was probably a foot of snow on it. So it was solid. I mean, it was probably had 2 or 3 foot of ice, something like that. So we're crossing this river. And all of a sudden you hear ka-ka-ka, right? Like, bruh. Hey, come here. Come this way. Let's go back. Come on. There's too much going on up here. You hear this, these loud cracks, bruh. And everyone just kept stopping. So now it's getting dark, right? And there's like 20 of us standing on the middle of a river, a frozen river standing there. These guys will not move, right? It's incredible. Come on. It was disappointing to see people paralyzed, you know? It was disappointing. I was good, not gonna lie. I was good, you know? It cracks naturally, ice, when it's thick like that. It'll crack. If you're walking on it, cracks a little bit more, but that's really all life is a fight or flight response. We wouldn't, listen, if we knew that when we died, we went to a better place no matter what, we would live our lives. You see, so they've created this, it's kind of a stigma around what happens when you die. I've always thought it was an intriguing notion to say that they knew without a shadow of a doubt that you would go to a lower form of life. And I think they just took pagan ideals and essentially took reincarnation and formulated it to their own liking. It seems like that, I mean, anyway. You know? See, they don't worship Satan. They worship Saturn. And you could take that to the bank. All you have to do is look up a town called Saturna. It was an old Greek town before the fall of that era. They named everything based off of astrological projections. I mean, if you look back at the Egyptian oracles and priests, pharaohs, their whole lives were based off of what they saw in the sky. I ask people all the time, the Anunnaki. Well, look, we can't, this is all hearsay, whoever gave us religion and split it. My theory, and this is mine, that Pangea was a supercontinent, right? Whatever broke Pangea up and divided us. It could have been the moon, right? Because I'm almost positive that same era of Anunnaki, seraphim, these fallen angels, right? They said the moon was placed there. So anyway, I would say religion, if you look up the definition of it, it means spirituality, okay? So it's not that religion is the problem. It's that there's more than one, right? How many gods are there? What are we doing here, man? Why can't we just be an individual thought? It's the law of one that exists. That's it. That's the only thing that exists, is the singularity in your mind. And that's God. That's God. And that's why when you pray out loud, not in your head, you can do that too. But when you pray out loud, on your knees, what's happening is you're activating the God hemisphere, period. So any one of us can channel the unseen. Think about what your head is called, the temple. Right there where your forehead is to the right, it's called your temple. Huh. You don't say. You don't say. We can only hope something lives in this tree. But that is natural art if I've ever seen it, bruh. For real. Pop sauce. Yeah, it's incredible because if you look at every different denomination on this earth that has to do with quote unquote religion, all of them are based off of an idol of some sort, right? That in itself is ungodly because only the primitive mind would ever believe that God is something you can see in the material realm. I mean, this is my opinion. Hey, yo, Ook. Hey, Duke, come here. Hey, Duke. Come here, bruh. Come over here. I know what you're doing. Come here. Come here. Good job, bruh. Very good job. You need to calm down. Yo, the Rottweiler's vicious. For those who have not heard me say this in the past, when the Rottweiler runs, something's not right. But the other day on stream, he ran a mile. He smelled another dog for a mile away. It was incredible. Reminded me of a shark, sensing a drop of blood in the ocean, which is also incredible. But it feels great out here, I gotta tell you. Let you kind of spread your wings, you know, feel the vibe, get some fresh air, joke around, you know. You can't take life too serious. If you do, you would die. In the fiery fire of frustration. You gotta look up the people that die from internal combustion. They just blow up. It's like, what? Sounds like a fallacy. No. The pictures are out there of, it's like a stick of dynamite went off, like in a residential area. But nah, they just blew up, bruh. Like, what? Moral of the story. Better out than in. I mean, someone drop a like for toilet humor. For real. We are almost an hour and a half into the live stream. Good afternoon, Mother Nature in Wappingham's Forest. I welcome you all. Always remember, there's a Wappingham Forest somewhere near you. X marks the spot, baby. All right? You're so dumb, Ian. You're so dumb, Ian. See, that's the difference between humor and bad taste, Ian. We're gonna learn you, okay? There's nothing funny about the F word that you just brought up, in my opinion, at all. Nothing funny about it. I think it's biological warfare. You know, I really do. I think it's... I remember I read a book by L. Ron Hubbard, Clear Body, Clear Mind. It's from the 70s maybe. And it was talking about how they ravaged America with drugs. And how the only way to actually get rid of all the poison and toxin from big industry and essentially the pollution in your environment is to sweat it out and drink water and almost starve yourself for weeks. You gotta run. I mean, you gotta run and then go in a sauna and drink water and drink a specific type of potion. And I knew that at that moment, I was like, man, I've been right the whole time. You know? Been right the whole time. It's incredible. That's what books will do for you, man. You'll see a like-minded idea out there and you won't feel so crazy. You can relate to what? You watch your uncle nod off. You better dip his hand in warm water next time. All right? Come on, man. They teach you kids anything about people that fall asleep when they shouldn't. You better draw a dick on his forehead. You know? If you don't, you're nothing. Look at these different trees, all, you know, synonymous within the circle of life. It's really cool, man. This one always gets me because you don't see this type of, right, it's different. There's something about that. Very different. I don't know what type of tree that is. But if anyone does, I would love to know. All right, specifically that tree. Yeah, we want this to be an open forum rather for any humor, all humor, okay? I just am I'm of the opinion that there's a dark corner of humor that's unnecessary, Ian, okay? You see what I'm saying? There's an unnecessary corner in dark humor that's, the people that go there have, their mind is not able to differentiate between that dividing line. You know, that's what makes people like Dave Chappelle so funny, is that he takes those dark corners and makes them just gray enough to laugh at. But like deep down, you're like, oh man, he just said that. I mean, that's what makes Dave Chappelle the funniest man on the planet Earth. True story. Someone drop a like for Dave. That guy, people don't even realize. If you haven't seen his old movies, Half Baked, Men in Tights, he was an actor before people knew that he was writing. You don't understand. He wrote Half Baked, man. But anyway, humor is our last form of humanity, man. All right, Natalie, you're gonna have to prove you're real later. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. But see, that's an incredible thing. You know, whatever makes you laugh is cool. That doesn't make it's gonna make someone else laugh, and that's what humor is. Humor is making not only yourself laugh, which is the greatest form of medicine that ever existed. You know what I'm saying? But it's about making other people laugh, and that's like content. If everyone could just put a camera on themselves and do something that other people wanted to see, right? It's not that everyone would do it. People just don't want cameras on them. So you see what I'm saying? I mean, people just don't want to be live. Like, they don't want to show you their life. And that's a good thing. Really, we're out here to have humor. What is it? What is it, May? She's discovered a creature of some sort. What do you see, May? Tell us. We want to know. Let the people know it's there. Some type of shapeshifter. Someone drop a like for shapeshifters. You know they're there, but you don't. Oh, Oppenheim. Oh, oh, Oppenheim. Oh, 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 oh. you know? I guess no one likes shapeshifters. That's okay. I don't like them either. It's kind of unsettling to think they could shift shapes, you know? Still no rain. Does anyone see that? Please tell me you saw that. That looked like a body in front of me. Is that a manifestation of God right in front of me? Or just nanotechnology? What's actually happening? Okay. I love you too. See, that's the magic in the proton field that we just can't fathom how we're always being observed by subatomic particles. Hey, May. She's up here causing havoc, bruh. Come on, bruh. Let's go. I know you want to sniff. Time for sniffing is later. Sniff up there. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, babies. Hey,
How you doing, brother?
Good to see you, Biggins.
Good to see you.
Have a good one.
Be safe. That man smelled like a French whore. Man, good Lord. I never was one for putting on cologne to go out on a nature trail. Who's a local celeb? The dogs? Probably, the dogs probably are. Look at that right there. Here's what I can tell you. There's no streets out here in the woods. There's no mob. Just logs. That's deep, bruh. Local? Listen, bruh. God knows who I am, son. All right? I'm universal. And that tree is beautiful, bruh. I would never pass that and not look up at it. It's probably older than our great-great-grandpa that's in the next life. Old trees. Exactly, Ian. To be a theologian is to have original thought. To be a celebrity is to be worshipped by other humans. Which one do you want? I know which one I want. I want to lead you guys into the future. I don't want you to follow me. You know? I want you to lead, man. You guys are the future. I'm old. I'm old, man. I mean, not that old, but you know, I'm old. It's all in how you feel. And in that regard, I'm like a baby. You know? A precious little, precious cargo baby. And I told myself I was going to be out here until it rained. And I want to keep that promise to myself. But I might be sleeping out here if that's the case. For real. We're gonna pick up some pollution. I wouldn't ever advise eating Gatorade or drinking it, whatever you do with this stuff here, you know? Don't do it. It's bad for you. But look at that, bro. If you really check that out, that's always cool, that passageway. I'm always digging it. We're 100 minutes into the stream. Killing it, whopping, vibing. Deep breaths. Never forget to take a deep breath. You know, it's easy to forget that, right? It's very easy to forget that, bro. I don't know why. But if you remind yourself to just almost close your eyes, take a deep breath, hold it in. Good God, that's refreshing. Someone drop a like for a deep breath, you know? If you don't, then that's racism. You did what, Ian? That's not a word. See what I told you about words? Words are like spears. Words are like bullets. You know, if anyone got that reference. South Park used to be funny. Way back in the day when I was a young lad. That just shows you my millennial brain coming out. Someone's playing soccer up the hill. That's cool, man. There was this kid recently I was talking to. I've known him for a while. It's like, man, he was telling this guy just got signed for soccer on this like collegiate level, right? I'm like, that's awesome. He was like, yeah, it's EA Sports. It's like, what? Like, yeah, the college is starting a soccer team. The university's starting it, you know. They're putting a bunch of money into it. And that's really where the future's at, man. People be playing NBA Live in the future, you know, Y2 something rather. Back in the day, we used to dribble basketballs, you know, in our sleep. It's a lot of fun. It's not like that now, man. Welcome to Wappingham's Forest. You know, almost 2 hours into the vibe that is. And that's all you can do is vibe out. That's all life is, really, if you think about it. Just a vibe. Also known as vibration. It's funny listening to a sports event when you're not a part of it. It's like you're the only one drunk and no one else is. It's kind of that same aspect. I don't know why. But like the amount of energy that's coming from that soccer field above me is palpable. If you've ever been to a professional game, man, 10, 20,000 people sitting there watching athletics is powerful. Because you've got people that are on one side and the other people that are on the other side. This is the home team versus the, you know. I haven't watched any of the Olympics and I don't plan on it, but back in the day, man, people don't even realize how big the Olympics actually was. It's Stuff goes back 5,000 years, bruh. Maybe more than that. Right around that time, though, I'd say that's an old tradition, the Olympics. Whatever happened to it? When I saw that big dude that they were mocking the Last Supper or something, like, see, that's that fine line, Ian. That's that line that nobody wants to see that. Why would you put some obese swamp donkey on a plate to represent the greatest athletes on the planet? Like, for reals. When I saw that, I knew it was over. It's over, bruh. Somebody, probably my best friend, she was trying to send me a hug today through emoji. Right? She said, man, I couldn't find this hug emoji, but you know what I did find? Hey, May. She was like, I found a dude giving birth and two dudes holding a baby. That was the emoji that she found. That came up before just giving a hug to someone. I want you to think about that. How they've implemented within our minds some type of false reality that only exists in our minds. It's the level of brainwashing it all. It's captivating. It really is. What you got, Ian? Are you an inspiring artist, Ian? I believe that. To be a starving artist is to truly be. And this term, it's an incredible term, starving artist. You have to hold it close to your heart because it means your hunger for your art is more important than eating. That's when you're an artist, Ian. Always remember that. Drop a like for starving, right? Because if you haven't done it, man, it'll level you up. It's funny, they'll try to put all this pharmaceuticals and whatever else in your face, leveling you up. They put a crystal to your forehead. Man, just don't consume for 2 or 3 days. Watch what happens. It's a circle of life. That tree looks really cool, yeah. And that's what the rain does, man. Changes the vibe. I've been waiting for it for months. So many months, bro. I mean, really, the rain rings in this tree. I would say, just by looking at that, yeah, over 100, for sure. So the trees live longer than us, right? The turtles do. Pretty much everything. We're definitely not from this planet. Go run around. Be a dog, bro. Definitely not from this planet. Go look up how old sharks get. You know what I mean? 400 or 500-year-old sharks. Like, what? Turtles live in 300 years. That stump right there will be there when all of us are worm dirt, for real. That's incredible. I mean, the story, it's an incredible, they tried to put a shark, a great white, in captivity. And There are no great white sharks in captivity. Not one. For this one reason. Tenacity. They built such a large tank for this shark. And come on, come on, come on. And this shark wouldn't just do laps. And it was a young shark. It wasn't even a full-grown great white, mind you. But it eventually just killed itself. And I'm pretty sure this study has happened a few times. Great white sharks are apex predators on another level. They do not stop swimming. They just keep going. And they're so powerful. This shark was literally just trying to break out. You know, they cannot keep great white sharks in captivity. I always thought that was worth noting because I feel like I'm in captivity. You know? I really do. I feel like this is a zoo. What else would it be? I mean, it's a great question. What else would this world that we live on, what would it be? Other than some type of depository. Seriously. Go look that up, Ian. The definition of depository. It's like to keep rare materials safe. You know? And that's what we are. We are extremely rare. That's what we are. But they want us to think we're just ordinary. Yo, check this out. Bruh, that's deep. What do you think about that, bro? That goes way down in there. It probably goes right there. Yeah, that's cool. It would have to go down into that. All right, we're gonna jump over here. We're gonna hit the gap. The gap ski. Yo. I've got to take my sock off. Man. Never forget reading that Einstein never wore socks, right? And for years I didn't either. For years I didn't wear socks. And then I heard he did, and I'm like, man. And it's because heat escapes through your feet and through your head. These are the two places that heat escapes from your body. And Einstein always felt choked up by that. And man, I have too. Besides the sock trolls that won't allow me to maintain a collection of socks. You know. Somebody drop a dislike for sock trolls, if that's even possible. But probably all a part of the experiment. They take our socks because of the excretion. It's getting dark out here at Wappingham's Forest. Every time I go to this tree, it reminds me of camo and going hammo. You know what I'm saying? You're wore out, aren't you? You should be. Yo. Yo, yo. Yeah, it's peaceful, but the sun is going down quick, and that's what you got to watch when you're out in the woods, man. All right? You never want to get caught out here. I don't care where you're at, man. Don't get caught out there at night. Don't underestimate what's actually out there. Golf ball. You know, bears. Vicious energy harnessing trolls. Bro almost took my leg out. For real. That's how you're feeling, huh? I really thought it was gonna rain out here, man. And it didn't. And that's all right. I'll be out here tomorrow doing the same thing because this place lights up when it rains. It's a different monster. It really is. Imagine Planet Canine. You know, they're watching us swim in water. We've got leashes. I would say that's real. Just vibing, you know. I welcome you all. Only we can prevent being uptight, you know. Why does that look like a square in the sky? Does anyone else see that, man? It looks like a square. Like 4 angles up in the sky above me. I can see it, and it might just be an illusion, but I'd say the sky is probably a TV screen anyway. But it looks like 4 angles, like you could see a square. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, man. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm crazy. It looks like a ship right above me. You know? Hey, what do I know, man? What do I know? All right. That's the ultimate conspiracy, truth be told. Not even gonna get into it, but the sun is going down for another day. No one knows why. We have theories, but we have definitive answers? I think not. It's Groundhog Day. Really, I mean, every day is somewhat the same. The only difference is that the sun goes down and the sun comes up. If it didn't, and we didn't sleep, I'd say the days wouldn't even exist, man. You know? I'd say they wouldn't even exist. And that's how you know we're probably robots already. This is the dystopian future. The robotic age that we just can't see. You know? We can't see it because the simulation of the mind projects that we're still in paradise. Like we're still in some type of forest-driven, agriculturally advanced society, when in reality, we already destroyed it, you know? And there was a woman, this reminds me of this woman, she was a part of big tech. She was a part of big tech in California. I don't remember her name. But she was a founder of one of the companies that, one of the big tech firms. And she disappeared. And no, they haven't seen her since, mind you, but before she disappeared, she said that the Matrix is already live. And you'll hear that term. It's worth looking up who this woman was. She was this wasn't someone off the streets. But before she disappeared, she said, the Matrix is live. And I thought, man, I knew what she meant. You know, I know what she meant. We all do, deep down in our hearts. Deep down in our hearts, man, we know. This is a Matrix. You can tell. I mean, what does that mean for it to be a Matrix? You know, in our own terminology as as an intelligent species, like to our verbification to describe what a Matrix would be. We would always be biased towards what the Matrix actually is because we want to have this divine sense of purpose. And if you believe in brain in a box theory, then there's no such thing. There's no such thing as you being this special individual of matter that's specifically here for this purpose of divine intervention. It's not about that. If you believe in the Matrix, that means this has already happened. Every moment of your life, my life, everyone you know, everyone you see, is a part of a computer simulation. That's the Matrix. It sounds far-fetched. But is it really? I mean, if you look at the evolution of video games, I can tell you right now, GTA, the online experience of GTA is, it will take your life from you. Back in the day when that came out, I went to my friend's house. See, I didn't even know about the online part. I didn't want to know, I guess. He would barely even look at me. I would make fun of him so much. Man, every time I go over there, bro, I had to fight. And then one day I went and got on and it was like, wow. You can go to strip clubs, right? You can drive Ferraris. motorcycles, jump out of the sky, drive a jet. So what's going to happen when we're in a simulator, a full body video game simulator? It sounds a lot like the human experience, right? When they came out with No Man's Sky, and it was like this randomly generated experience for each player, something to that effect. That seems like that's what this is, right? It almost makes too much sense. Like, in a way you don't want to believe it. And that's the incredible part. This feels like the Goonies movie right now. And it's way too wet for me to do this, but I'm gonna. All right. This is definitely Goonie-esque. We all want to feel like we're alive, and we do. We feel that, but it's all electrical impulse. I've talked to doctors for years. They and their colleagues, that's all they talk about. Behind closed doors is the neurological system, and how the way it exists is fascinating to them, because they really don't know how, no matter what they tell you. They don't know why. They don't know how. I mean, our brain sends electromagnetic pulses throughout our bodies, and the decisions that we make are subconscious, but there's still a layer between that decision and where it came from, so to speak. And that's what, he's talked to me about that for a while. They don't understand. They really don't. The sensatorial system that's involved in decision making. What makes you breathe? What makes you just know instinctually to walk or move your hands or do anything? Come on, Ook. Look at this tree though, bruh. Like, this is the Matrix. You smell it, you see it, you climb over it. But it's just in your mind. Like, truth be told, it's just in your mind. It's gonna be hard for you to get up here, isn't it? All right, let's go back the way we came. Come on. Hey, May, come here. Come over here. Come on. A lot of people say that Matrix movie was a documentary. And I agree to a certain extent. I'd say there's a bunch of movies that are mockumentaries in that regard, because they're telling you a partial truth. Good girl. You're quick. You're quick. I've seen too many things in my lifetime that tells me for sure that this is a Matrix. I mean, if you close your eyes and you meditate, I mean, for real, you will find that what's actually there in that regard, it's more like symbolism, more than anything. It's for you to interpret. And you'll realize that, man, all these symbols, man, all this language and math, and where does it stem from? That's what they've been trying to figure out for thousands of years. Where does all this creation stem from. You know, the Hadron Particle Accelerator, these different devices. Meanwhile, it all stems from our mind. We're all creating it in real time. And that's the secret. The simulation is a hive mind. Legitimately. What I see is not what you see, and so on and so forth. What I hear is not what you hear. But if we're amongst each other, you know, well then we're there and we're seeing that we're both real because we're looking at each other. But are we really? You know, I'd say our thoughts are not our own, which means that your subconscious it's like a pre-programmed entity that cerebrally almost directs you, you know, without you being conscious of it. And that's the Matrix. You know, explaining the Matrix is difficult because it is that red or blue pill effect. That figurative red or blue pill, because that's what that is. That's a figure of speech. There could be some type of potion out there. How you doing, brother? Come up here, come on. Come on. Duke. He's friendly. Duke, come here, man. Duke. Duke. Come here, man. This fucking dog is so stupid. Oh my gosh. Come here. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Good job. Come on. Come on, man. Let's go back uphill. Yeah, he's invasive, man. You know, come here. Let me put you on this. Come here. Have a good day, man. Yeah, you get smarter, bruh. Nobody wants you doing that, you know, but you know that. You know? You know that, bruh. Move forward, man. See, and that's the thing. You gotta realize, bruh. Stupidity is just enablement. You're just enabling people to be stupid, dogs, anyone around you. Look, oh man, I don't want to hurt their feelings. That's what's gonna make us all idiots. Worrying so much about feelings. It's like a sense of decor you have to have, you know, in other people's bubble. Nobody wants a Rottweiler jumping on them. 120-pound Rottweiler pushing into their chest. Nobody wants that. While they're trying to fish. It's like, man, you know? I mean, think about it. Think about what this really is right now. You know? As I'm walking through these woods. Come here, man. I know you don't want this leash. I know you don't want it, man, but you don't know how to act. You know? You don't know how to act, buddy. Something definitely lives up in this. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. But these are my theories. I don't pretend to know anything, because I don't. When you start pretending that you know something is when you stop growing. Man, look at that contrast. That's cool. That's cool. I've had a lot of fun out here today. A lot of people fishing. Very strange. There's not actually anything but minnows, it seems like, but maybe, what do I know, man? What do I know? Just out here whopping, you know? Just out here whopping. That's it. You know? Vibing. Man. Once again, we can only hope that something carnivorous lives inside of this tree. I want that badly, you know? All right, your timeout is over. You're wore out. I get that. I know what you mean. Me, not so much. Man, this is cool, man. Like, I don't know what makes me so hype about the darkness inside of these trees, but like a prelude to something cool, you know? What's on your mind, bro? You an alien? You kind of look like one. Yeah, alien would yawn. How about you? You're definitely an alien. Sometimes it feels like somebody's watching me in my insanity. Oh, that felt good. R.I.P. Mike. That guy had more hits than a hammer. Everyone's got some Michael Jackson stuck in their head. True story. You know? It doesn't matter if you're black or white. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that with John Lennon, man. So many hits. That's an old story, man. Like, essentially they were at a music, some type of ceremony, like the Grammys or something like this. And Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson were sitting in the audience close to each other. And one of the Beatles songs came on. And Mike looked at Paul McCartney and said, you know, I own that. And that's what people don't realize, man. Michael Jackson, the music catalog that he actually owned himself. Literally, the guy owned the Happy Birthday song. Like, and that's why when you go to a restaurant and have a birthday party, legally they can't sing that to you. They have to come up with a variation of it. Because Michael Jackson owned the song. Mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. Oh yeah, bro. This is cool. But we are like an hour, 2.5 hours into this. I'm just out here being weird, you know? Different topics. Still waiting for the rain. It has not come. It may not ever again. We may be in the drought of a century, you know? Mojave Desert. Oh, is that rain, bruh? Bruh. Tell me that's rain, bruh. Thank you, God. Ah, thank you, God. Ah, rain. Finally, you know, it's not much. Excuse me. It's not much, but it's rain. It is. I mean, not enough to fill a cup, but it's definitely something. Out here in Wappingham's Forest, really, the only thing that matters is the forest and skipping rocks. Let me see here. Let me see this here rock. Let's see if I can skip this. It might be too big, too much to skip, but it may not. Let's see. Damn, bruh. Bruh. That just busted an eardrum. She is hella excited about that rock. I wish I could have that attitude. Man, it's like those videos of those babies opening opening their presents on Christmas, and it's a banana, and the babies just start tripping. They're so excited. That's me, kinda. You know, it's the small stuff in life. For real, I can't wait to go home and eat a banana. You know, like a test subject. Bro, that bark that you just brought to the forefront was deafening. Where did that come from? Huh? Where? Listen, I'm not throwing another one. It's not gonna happen. You can't make me do it. See? You gonna bite me? Oh, you think you got control here? None. No control. Hey. Hey, calm down. Simmer down now. Simmer down now. Okay? Holy crap. But yeah, welcome to the live stream. And that's what this is. Normally this water's moving around somewhat. It's not right now because it's dry as a bone. You know? Dry as an absolute bone. You want that stick? I want that stick too. Looks like a good stick, right? Huh? What do you think about it? Let me reach for that stick. Yes. That stick right there. Watch this. Extra sauce. Listen, bro. Don't bite me. Just bite the stick. I told you I wanted. Yeah. Make a wish. You're wishing for rocks, aren't you? You're cool. You're cool. But you have no chill at all. Just letting you know. You have no chill. And that's my stick, by the way. I'm going to let you have it just for the moment. All right? That's it. You can't keep it. But anyway, I'm out here having a blast. I hope you are too. I hope you are too. You know, that's all there is. That's all there is in life. Just finding golf balls. You know? My golf ball. Yes. If golf balls were money, I would be hella wealthy. For real. Just based off of today, you know? What? Bruh. Hard Rock. Kuala Lumpur. Kuala Lumpur, Hard Rock. Hard Rock Cafe. I don't even know if they exist anymore on that level. They are nice though. I'll give them that. Hard Rock Cafes. It's not even about the food at all. You do not go there for the food. You will be disappointed if you do. We are 2.5 hours into the stream, killing it as far as I'm concerned. All right. I'm still feeling the vibe. I really am. Only got 2 out of that, but that's okay. This is like Trash Island out here, bruh. Man, I need to clean this up. But yeah, normally you can't see this. The water is just so low, man. Like, it literally hasn't rained in a year. Like, this is normally 20 foot deep, at least. You know you can't swim, bro. That sucked. Yeah, we're out here. Not scare you, bro? What is this table right here? It's like a cornhole table, or like a, I don't know, table. I know it's about to get dark really quick out here. And that's what happens, bro. You gotta watch. You could just be having too much fun. And then it's way too dark. That reminds me of a tree, of a tooth root, the root of your tooth. You know, that's cool. But that's really what the roots of your teeth look like, just like that, man. It's incredible. That bird is laughing at me. He always shows up like right before I leave, too. It's funny, that laughing bird. You get a few of them together, bruh. Have you feeling some type of way. All right. I hear you, buddy. Bruh. On a mission out here. Oh, yeah? Oh, it's time to find the way back out of Wappingham Forest. We've been going ham. Feeling good. Looking good. All those things. They go hand in hand. You know? 100%. Come here, honey. Okay. What do you think about, bruh? The elusive Rottweiler K9 Maximus. Riveting. Of Germanic origins. Ciao. And that's all we can do is vibe. You know, we have hit the 2.5 hour mark. And I feel good about it. I was gonna do it out here until it rained. And it did. Kinda. You know. Up ahead is the passageway back to the concrete jungle. And as usual, I urge all of you to find your own happy place, you know? It's not in the home. It's just not anymore. And that is Tim Burton's personal tree. It reminds me of every movie, you know, from Edward Scissorhands to Something Juice. You know what I mean. It's got a dark vibe to it. It's almost Halloween, you know? It's close enough. People are already putting cheesy stuff in their yard. You know? They're already putting skeletons on their porch. Already doing it. It would take one more route into the woods. One more. Just to get this to 3 hours. I really want to have a full 3-hour stream. I think it's appropriate for where the vibe is. Normally about here I cut it off, but I've had a lot of fun out here, man. I think it's because the humidity level isn't so high. And that's the thing, bro. You gotta, somewhere out there is a place just like this next to you. No matter what you think, it's there. When I was in New York, it's like Central Park is beautiful. You know, if they didn't have that, those people would go nuts. I remember I was in Soho, and I saw this rooftop apartment. I think it was like, I don't know, like 20 million or something. Like realistically, like 20, 30 million. And it was beautiful because they had like a terrarium, just this very large enclosure all throughout it. It was like a jungle on a rooftop of a building in Soho, New York. And man, it really, if you like city life, what's up, bro? If you like the city life, man, that right there is a dream in itself. At least in my opinion, bro. Mob sauce. Come on. Come on. A whopping ham. Something about the whopping ham. Where can I find a forest like that? It'd be nice if it just started pouring rain right now. Like as I left the forest. I don't want to go back. I don't want to. You can't make me. You can't do it. Oh, did I say that out loud? I mean, I will take a detour for real. Just to get this to 3 hours. Because that was my goal. In the modern day, the first world problem of 3-hour streams. You know? You're just not successful if you can't stream for 3 hours, man. You know? Do I hear rain? Yo, our prayers have been answered. Hold on a second. Legit? Like legit, bruh? Thank you, Harpa. Thank you, oh mighty military in the sky, for letting it rain. Thank you, Weather Channel. Thank you, Aquaman. And Odin and Zeus. Thank you. Now we're out here, baby. Bruh. Now we're crushing it. Look at this. What? I have never seen this out here. That looks like the Virgin Mary. I'm pretty sure. That's a sign. And all that, yeah. It's definitely a sign. Actually raining, bro. I'm blown away by that. For real. It's the small stuff in life. Like, it really is. Come on. Call, call. Call, 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 call. See, the birds are hella excited, man. They're like, yo, we're not gonna die of fucking heat stroke. It's finally raining, you know? It's like, whoever controls the rain, like, you son of a bitch. Legit. Who are you, bruh? Literally. It's too easy to say it's cumulonimbus. Cumulus macrombus cloud that formulates in the isometric spectrum of troposphere. It's like, what? Huh? Ice cubes, crystals. Like, yeah, all right, bro. That's what does it. That's what does it. I'm sure of it. Random formulations of cloud crystals. Where you at, bro? We have 20 minutes left of the stream. 20 minutes left to say things that may or may not be true. And that is the beauty. The rain has stopped already. And I expected that. But it did actually rain. Either way. I'll take that as a hint. This has been a presentation of Wappingham's Forest. I love you all. Wop sauce.